Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Let's get started. So today I am bringing you a ton of inspiration on how I have used trash to create beautiful treasures for home decor. I am starting with this tiny little can that used to be a tomato sauce can, and now I am going to give it 2 coats of rust-oleum chalk paint, but only in the top half of the can.
Take me on a treasure hunt. I long for something new. Have you heard the fairies when they sing and dance?
I am now going to hot glue some moss to the bottom half, and basically I'm just going to start placing glue and then placing the moss right on top, making sure that all the areas are covered.
Trust you when you say that beauty lives in me too. Later it comes later, dear, for many of us.
Once I was done with that, I am now going to take some jute twine. This jute twine I got on Amazon. I do have a lot of these supplies that I am using on my Amazon store, which is linked down below. I am going to grab or cut a just long enough size of it where I can wrap it around and tie it with a very simple bow in the front. I placed this lighter color succulent from the Dollar Tree right on top, and that is it. Look how stunning this little tiny can looks. I can imagine making maybe 2 or 3 of them more in different sizes with the same style. How beautiful would it look? Alright guys, so for my next DIY, I'm going to use this extra large cereal box. These are the kinds that you get at those superstores, and it comes with 2 regular size boxes inside. I am in need of a place where I can store my vinyl and my rolls of wrapping paper, so I thought something like this tall would be perfect. So I took it outside and I gave it several coats of this flat white paint by Rust-oleum. Once it was fully dry, I took it back inside, and then I wanted to stencil something in the front of it so that it just looks like not just a storage box, but also have some decor and decorative like design on it. So I got this stencil. It's not even a stencil, it's part of a picture frame that I got several years ago at the Target dollar spot. I kept the front, and now I'm just going to stencil it using Country Gray by Rust-oleum chalk paint. Alright, so now I want to create some framing for the box. So I'm going to take these painter sticks that you can get at the hardware store. I am going to sand off some of the letters and the numbers, right, and it just sands off right off of it. No hard work at all. Once I have them all sanded down, I will make some cuts because I want to make sure that they fit the top and sides of, or the front and sides of the box.
Give me all your love, oh, 'cause I want you. No one else.
Before I attached the trim, I wanted to pre-drill some holes on the sides because I want to add ropes. That way it serves as a just handles for it to be carried. Although to this day I haven't carried the box far, it also looks very cute.
Swear that I'll stay here with you. Hold me closer. I wanna stay here with you. All that we have is each other now. I promise I won't leave your side.
Alright, so now it's time to attach the trim. I'm just going to attach it using staples. Now I will say that when I stapled it from this angle, which you're going to see, the staples did go through the other side. So I had to adjust the way I was stapling it, and so I had to make some changes. But in the end, it worked out, and I left them just that bare wood tone because I thought it looked super cute and very farmhouse-ish. Alright, so we're just about done with this one, guys, and it looks so cute. I still have this in my studio holding, like I said, just vinyl and paper wrapping rolls, and I just love the way it still works and it's so sturdy.
Tell me what you wanna do. I'll do anything. As long as I can be here with you, everything's alright. I'll be right here. I swear that I'll stay here with you. Hold me closer. I wanna stay here with
Alright guys, so for this one I'm going to use another can. This one's a little larger, and I am going to remove the opposite side because the one side was already opened. So I'm going to remove it using my can opener.
all that we have is each other now. I promise I won't leave your side. Be who you are and you'll be enough. If you're giving me your love.
Once I had the bottom out, I then squished the top just to kind of give it more of a flat side, but then the other one I want to keep it as circle as possible. So I'm just going to keep flattening it out. I did have to take it outside and kind of hammer it down to make sure that it was as flat as possible. What I'm trying to do is create a pocket that I can hang on the wall and create like a pocket planter for faux plants.
Send me your love. All that we have is each other now. I promise I won't leave your side. I hope who I am is enough for you. If I'm giving you my love, giving you my love. Give me love, give me all your love, give me all your love. Give me love, give me all your love, give me all your love. Give me love, give me all your.
So I also hammered the edges because how it has that little lip. I did hammer the back side so that I can then use my hole puncher and then make 2 holes so that I can hang a chain. That way I can hang the pocket from the chain. This hole puncher is awesome, guys. I do have it in my Amazon store if you're looking for very easy on the hand and joints hole puncher, this will be it. It's awesome. It's called Crocodile.
I got this feeling like it's starting now, starting now. I feel adventurous with you.
Once I had it where I wanted it, I gave it 2 coats of rustolium chalk paint in the linen white.
And there is nothing that can hold us back, hold us back. We can do what we want to do. 'Cause we got all the time in the world. For better or worse, we should stay together. So let's stay young and in love. We should focus on us forever. Yeah, baby, if you are feeling like I do, we could run away across the ocean, baby.
And once the paint was dry, I'm now going to just freehand the word grow, and then I'm going to distress it just a little bit using the permanent marker to give it more of a farmhouse look.
We can leave today. Anywhere we'll go, we'll be alright. It's all about you. It's all about you. It's all about you. It's all about you.
This chain is part of the 3-chain set that comes at the Dollar Tree. These are just to hang planters. I am going to use one of them. I did take the little clip from one of the other ones, and that's what I'm going to use to attach the pocket from it.
Doesn't matter if we make mistakes, which I can promise that we'll do.
I added more of those succulents that the Dollar Tree carries that are awesome. I love using these. And then I just added a few to just kind of fill it in. And then that's it, guys. This one was my favorite from this series. I love the way it turned out, and it just looks so fresh and farmhouse.
Just hold my hand and we will be okay. Yeah, it's true. 'Cause we got all the time in the world. For better or worse, we should stay together. So let's stay young and in love. We should focus on us forever. Yeah, baby, if you are feeling like I do, we could run away across the ocean. Baby, what you say? We can.
Alright guys, so now I am going to take these bottles that used to be pasta sauce bottles, and I'm going to take 4 of them. I'm going to take some spackle and just start spackling or applying it to each bottle with just literally just putting it on. There's no technique or anything. It's just applying it on and just making sure that it is as uneven as possible, because I want it to look like it is like plaster or cement.
Don't need someone to save me, no, and don't come running to blame me. From miles away, I can tell that something's off. The way you look and how you pause when you talk, I think I said enough. You said your love for me something brand new. You said this is something you wouldn't.
I let it dry overnight, and then I took a 220 grit sandpaper and then just very, very lightly sanding off any rough edges, but I still wanted to have a lot of texture.
Let's be honest for a second. Yeah, you're being over your head, babe. 'Cause there is no one other than me that can make you feel the way.
After it was sanded and I dusted it, I am now going to give it 2 coats of chalk paint in white.
Feel when I hold you.
And here I'm just showing you how beautiful that texture looks. Oh, I love these bottles. So then I went online and I Googled free printable vintage labels. I think that's what it was. And I printed these using a regular printer. I'm going to cut them off and then I am going to Mod Podge them onto the front of each bottle.
I would be up waiting for you if you had to leave. I would wait a lifetime if you were at sea. I just wanna say that I feel that our love is real. Maybe we should hurry up and seal the deal. Oh, oh, I just wanna love you right. Oh, oh, love you till the end of time. I just wanna hold you for forever. Every day you're making me better. 'Cause a love like this is rare. And I wanna take you there. I would give it all away to do it all again. Make our love a story that would never end. Never thought I'd feel so alive, looking in your eyes. I just wanna love you till the day I die. Oh, oh, I just wanna love you right. Oh,
I am now going to use some raffia ribbon and I'm going to take several strips, just tie it around the top of each bottle. That way it'll cover the thread where the top was, and then just give it a simple knot in the front and that'll be it. Add some beautiful florals to it, and guys, these turned out so adorable. I had them in my master bedroom for a few weeks actually, and then eventually did sell them, and they sold very quickly because they're just so beautiful and really durable.
oh, love you till the end of time. I just wanna hold you for forever. Every day you're making me better. 'Cause a love like this is rare. And I wanna take you there. If I'm gonna love somebody, I just wanna love you. If I'm gonna love somebody, I just wanna love you. If I'm gonna love somebody, I just wanna love you. If I'm gonna love somebody, I just wanna love you. Oh, oh, I just wanna love you right. Oh, oh, love you till the end of time. I just wanna hold you for forever. Every day you're making me better.
All right, guys, so now I'm going to take this chocolate box that was no longer a chocolate box. We ate them, but I just didn't want to throw it away. You know, it was perfect size. I just thought it was so sturdy too. I'm going to give the top 2 coats of chalk paint, and I'm not going to do the bottom because the bottom one I'm going to just use some craft paper that I have had for a while, and I am going to wrap it around using Mod Podge.
I've been lying here for too long. I don't know what else to do. I wanna get away from every little thing just to try to make it through. I've been thinking about my options, every detail in my head. But it doesn't really matter, nothing matters, so I cry instead. I've been running this trying everything I can, but I ain't got nothing left. I've been staring at the ceiling, I've been staying up all night. Everything I ever worked for vanished in the blink of an eye. I've been asking every question, 'cause I haven't got a clue. Why's it gotta be me? What the hell am I supposed to do? I've been running circles, trying to catch my breath. I've been trying everything I can.
I wanted this little box to be a little jewelry box, so I'm going to drill a hole in the middle of the top. And then I'm going to use one of these knobs that I get on Amazon, and I do have them in my Amazon store. I use them when I thrift and flip furniture. Now, because of the box is so thin, I did have to use several nuts to make it tighter so that the knob can tighten. But it was no big deal. I just used about 3 of them. And then once I placed it on the box, it was able to tighten very nicely. And with that, that was it, guys. As simple as that. I had a jewelry box that I used for a couple of months. I ended up not getting rid of it because I switched up the way my jewelry was in my little makeup area. But this little box served me for a couple of months, and I really, really loved it.
But I ain't got nothing left. And I know there's so much more to this life, but it's hard to see it clearly.
All right, guys, so now for this next DIY, I am going to use these 3 leftover bottles. These were supplement little shakes that my toddler was drinking at the time, and I just love the shape of them, so I wanted to give them new life. I am going to take these outside, and I am going to spray them with this rustolium. It's like a very textured beige paint, and look at that. I was laughing so hard because this spray has some power. I even placed a rock in it, and it was just blowing all over the place. So I made it work, but it gave me a hard time.
Yeah, I tried my best, but nothing turns out right. God, I need you now so dearly. 'Cause I've been running circles, trying to catch my breath. I've been trying.
All right, guys, so now that they are nice and dry, they have a beautiful, almost cement, concrete kind of texture. Really cool texture. I want to add a little something to the front of it. So I'm going to stencil just a little portion of a stencil that I have. It's a super large stencil, but I only want the little center. Is it a spade? I'm not sure what it is, but I think I asked that question in my original video. But nonetheless, I stenciled just this little part on each and every one of them on the front.
Everything I can, but I ain't got nothing left. I've been
I then took more of that raffia ribbon, and I'm just going to wrap it around the top again just to hide the thread where the cap went.
Look out, here she comes, the woman that I love. It's too bad she'll never know. Yeah, I can't tell her how I feel, because she has someone who makes her happy. I'm a ghost in these walls, or at least I try to be. 'Cause I hope that I'm not showing.
And with that is it. I added some beautiful peonies that I have been super obsessed with. And look how adorable these look. Oh my gosh.
How I feel for her, but she won't feel the same for me. I've got this picture in my mind. It's just the two of us, just the two of us. But I know I have to try to let her go, because she won't be mine.
All right, guys, so for my next DIY, I'm going to take this leftover container of disinfecting wipes. Of course, we've been using these quite a bit lately. So I am going to spray paint it using flat white paint. The reason why I'm spray painting is because it has that container kind of shade, and I want it to have a more white tone. So that's why I'm spraying it.
Listen when she talks, I watch her when she walks. She's giving me these feelings that I've never felt before. But she will never know that I love her so well. She's with somebody else, and I will have to let her go. She will never know, nah, nah. Never know, nah, nah. She will never know, nah, nah. Never know, nah, nah. She'll never know. It's like she stole my heart.
I am going to drill holes all around the top. Now this is the part where I messed up. Instead of just drawing a line and then following that line, I thought I can keep my holes straight by just eyeing them out, and it didn't work. You're going to see that they are not even. However, I made it work, and in the end, you really couldn't notice because of the details that I add later on. But live and learn. Next time I do anything like this, I'm definitely going to first draw a line and then drill the holes.
Without knowing she did. But I guess that it will pass. Yeah, I can't be the only one who got lost inside the blue of those eyes.
I am now going to take this third of a sponge and I'm going to use some chalk paint in the Country Gray by Rust-oleum, and I'm just going to use that as a textured kind of technique, and I'm going to paint little V's all over the top portion of the container.
Gotta let her go. I know it won't be easy. I wanna hold her close, but I have to try as hard as I can, 'cause she'll never be mine. I listen when she talks, I watch her when she walks. She's giving me these feelings that I've never felt before. She will never know that I love her so well. She's with somebody else, and I will have to let her go. She will never know, nah, nah. Never know, nah, nah. She will never know, nah, nah. Never know, nah.
I am now going to take more of that raffia ribbon and I am going to wrap it around the bottom portion. I am going to take some of that same ribbon and I am going to thread it in and out in a V shape on the top portion. So this is the part where I kind of slowed it down and I kind of kept repeating it a little bit so that if you're going to create this kind of decor, that you can kind of see what I was doing. If you just thread it around, it's just going to have a thread kind of look. But in this case, I wanted to have a V shape to continue with the same style as my stenciling on the base of the container.
Would you stay till the morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy, or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Before you turn away, I just want you to know that I didn't throw your stuff away. Before you make up your mind that I'm nowhere to find, I'm standing right here. I know that I told you we're over, I swear that I'm sober, just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see that you miss me. Would you stay till the morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy, or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Till the morning light, till the morning light, till the morning light, yeah. Till the morning light, till the morning light, till the morning light, yeah. Maybe I'm just too weak, maybe I'm just afraid of being alone. Well, I don't care, 'cause right now I feel the love that we said we would burn. Oh, I know that you feel it too. I know that I told you we're over, I swear that I'm sober, just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see that you miss me. Would you stay till the morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let it be?
So this is it for this one, guys. What a beautiful way to use an empty container instead of just throwing it away or recycling it, that it can be reused as a beautiful vase.
If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy, or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Stay till the morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy, or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Would you stay till the morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right.
All right, guys, for this next DIY, I'm going to take this box that used to be muffin box, those little packets of muffins that we get for the kids for snacks. And I'm also going to take these trashed leftover drawer sides, and I'm going to use them to create sides, because I'm going to create a farmhouse basket with this box and these sides. So first thing I want to do is I want to kind of measure where I want to start making cuts. So I'm going to take the box and place it on top, start marking where I want to make cuts, and then take it to my miter saw, make the cuts, and then bring it back in.
Find the remedy, or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Till the morning light, till the morning light, till the morning light, yeah. Till the morning light, till the morning light, till the morning light, yeah. I know that I told you we're over, I swear that I'm sober, just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see that you miss me.
I want to add a handle on the top of the basket. So I'm going to take the dowel that I'll be using. I'm just going to trace it around so that I can drill a hole, and that way it'll be nice and snug when I place the dowel. Alright, so now I'm going to attach the wooden sides to the box using hot glue and staples. I also hot glued the other sides, the inside. I could have just cut them, but by placing them on the inside, it gave the box a more sturdy feel. So I kept them there and I just hot glued them. And then I gave everything 2 coats of rust-oleum chalk paint in the linen white. Alright, so now it's time to cut that dowel and cut it to size and then place it on the basket. I'm going to take this piece of fabric that is just leftover fabric from other projects, and I'm going to fold one side, and then I'm going to line the inside of the box so it just has a more finished look, and I'm basically just going to hot glue it in place. So just add a very thin line of hot glue and then start placing it section by section. I want this basket to have a farmhouse look, so I am going to draw lines horizontally in the front and the back so that I can then make it seem like it has planks or shiplap. I decided to distress it just a bit using the country gray chalk paint and my chippy brush. I'm just focusing on the edges as well as the lines that I just drew with a permanent marker. Using my Cricut, I designed these decals. Actually, I designed them for a stencil that I used for a previous project and then kept the decal, and it was a perfect project to reuse these cow and a chicken. I think it turned out so cute. Alright guys, for this next DIY, I am going to use this water bottle that I have no idea where I purchased it, but it was so unique. It was just very tall and thin. And the moment I finished drinking it, I said, I'm not going to throw this away. I can totally make something with this.
Simple, and
So I want to make a little industrial kind of modern farmhouse. So I cut the top, and now I'm using the top of my hot glue gun to kind of melt the edges of the cut plastic so they're not as pointy. I took it outside, and as you can see, I lived and learned.
Heavy coat.
I put a dowel, and then I started spray painting it.
And this
turned out much better. This is a metallic kind of spray paint by Rust-oleum.
And then I left it outside to let it dry. Once it was dry, I took it back inside, and
I
now
want to give this bottle an effect like it has been rusting. So I'm going to use this Waverly antiquing wax and a stenciling brush, and I'm just going to stencil or kind of dab, I should say, the wax on the edges, the top and the bottom, and here and there in the bottle, and it just gives it a beautiful rusting kind of effect
over, you know, the months and over the days. And I'm going to do that, like I said, on top and the bottom, and a little bit all over the bottle. And once that was all dry, I added some jute rope
to the center
to it,
make
made
a very
simple
and knot.
we are done,
And
guys.
that's it,
This
guys.
came out
Another
so
super
stunning.
easy DIY
I can see this
and such
being
a
in,
cool way to
I don't know,
use
maybe like a
a
guy's
water bottle that
office,
has
or
been
it just has that
just empty and just
industrial
ready to be
farmhouse
trashed.
look to it that I really like. It's really nice.
All right, guys, so moving along to the next DIY, I'm going to take this leftover box from a shipment that I got, and I'm going to start trimming it once again. This time I am using these, or I guess they're like tongue depressors or popsicle sticks. They're the larger ones that you can get at craft stores or even Dollar Tree. So I'm just going to start cutting and hot gluing all around the box to create a trim on all sides. I'm also going to give it a crisscross effect as well. So I am going to use the same sticks and just draw in the lines and then make the cuts. This tool that I'm using to make cuts, I do have it in my Amazon store as well.
Give me love, give me all your love, oh, 'cause I want you. No one else makes me feel this way, don't know what you do. Hold my hand, could you hold my hand, look me in the eyes. You and me, yeah, that's all I need, and I'll be alright. I'll be right here, I swear that I'll stay here with you. Hold me closer, I wanna stay here with you. All that we have is each other now, I promise I won't leave your side. Be who you are and you'll be enough, if you're giving me your love, giving me your love. All that we have is each other now, promise you won't leave my side. I hope who I am is enough for you, if I'm giving you my love, giving you my love, love. Tell me what you wanna do, I'll do anything.
Once I had all the sides done, I then gave it 2 coats of Rust-Oleum chalk paint in the linen white.
As long as I can be here with you, everything's alright. I'll be right here, I swear that I'll stay here with you. Hold me closer, I wanna stay here with you. All that we have is each other now, I promise
For a more farmhouse look, I am going to distress it using chalk paint by Rust-Oleum in the charcoal tone and my stenciling brush, and I'm just going to focus on the edges and anywhere where there's like an edge in between all the little wooden areas. For added detail, I'm going to take some of these upholstery tacks. I am going to remove the pointy side, and then I'm going to hot glue them to each corner, making it seem like it just has an industrial farmhouse look.
Don't need someone to save me, no, and don't come running to blame me. From miles away, I can tell that something's off. The way you look and how you pause when you talk, I think I said enough. You said your love for me something brand new. You said this is something you would never do. Here we are in your car, let me see who you are.
And we'll be done with this one, adding some beautiful florals, and it turned out to be an awesome little box. I still have it. It's more of a storage little box now, but I still have it and it's so durable.
Who you really are, yeah. Don't need you here to say you're sorry, 'cause if you're gonna leave me, then just do it. Don't take it slow, don't be gentle, no, I just gotta know if you're gonna leave me, then just do it.
All right, guys, for this next DIY, I'm going to take this leftover can. It looks like a can, but really the middle portion of it is like a box. So I am going to just start marking around because I want to make a cut and cut a cylinder off of it.
Let's be honest for a second. Yeah, you're being over your head, babe. 'Cause there is no one other than me that can make you feel the way you feel when I hold you. I think I said enough. You said your love for me something brand new. You said this is something you would never do. Here we are in your car, let me see.
Once I had the cut made, I am now going to separate or cut off the bottom portion of it.
Who you are, who you really are, yeah. Don't need you.
And once I had that cut, I then made a cut right down one of the sides. So now I have a larger section. I'm going to place the top portion that I have left over. I'm going to trace it because I want to make another kind of wall pocket for florals. So I'm going to use one of my tools there to cut, and then I'm going to hot glue it to the circle portion that I have left over. I think that all makes sense.
Here to say you're sorry, 'cause if you're gonna leave me, then just do it. Don't take it slow, don't be gentle, no, I just gotta know if you're gonna leave me, then just do it. Just do it.
And then I am going to hot glue the portion that like the bottom portion that we cut out in the beginning to the back of it. So that way it has a back. I'm not concerned with overly gluing because actually I am going to be distressing it and adding more of that rusting technique. So it just looks like it's welded metal or steel and it just looks really awesome.
I would be up waiting for you if you had to leave. I would wait a lifetime if you were at sea. I just wanna say,
All right, I'm going to give it 2 coats of rust-oleum chalk paint everywhere really except the very inside of it.
that I feel that our love is real. Maybe we should hurry up and seal the deal. Oh, oh, I just wanna love you right. Oh, oh, love you till the end of time. I just wanna hold you for forever. Every day you're making me better. 'Cause a love like this is rare. And I wanna take you there. I would give it all away to do it all again.
All right, so once again, I am going to use the antiquing wax and I'm just going to start distressing it all over the edges. And, you know, looking back at this, I feel like it would have looked really cool too if it had a silver kind of metal look to it also. So I think if I were to recreate something like this, instead of white, I would go with maybe a silver and making it look like it's metal.
Make our love a story that would never end. Never thought I'd feel so alive. Looking in your eyes. I just wanna love you till the day I die. Oh, oh, I just wanna love you right. Oh, oh, love you till the end of time. I just wanna hold you for forever. Every day you're making me better. 'Cause a love like this is rare. And I wanna take you there. If I'm gonna love.
All right, so now I'm pre-drilling a couple holes on each side. Actually, just one hole on each side. So I can thread some jute rope and then hang it. I'm going to add some succulents and we'll be done. Another beautiful wall decor using recyclable items.
Somebody, I just wanna love you. If I'm gonna love somebody, I just wanna love you.
All right, guys, so this is it for today. A ton of inspiration for you. I hope you get something out of it. If you're visiting for the first time, I hope you consider subscribing and joining our YouTube family. And if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. And guys, in the comments, let me know which one of these is your favorite or which one has really inspired you to maybe recreate. Let me know. Have a blessed day and have fun crafting, guys. Bye.
If I'm gonna love somebody, I just wanna love you. Oh, oh, I just wanna love you right. Oh, oh, love you till the end of time. I just wanna hold you for forever. Every day you're making me better. 'Cause a love like this is rare. And I wanna take you there.